Boom! We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy, the
convincing.
podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy, golfing in Greenland once we buy it. It's Zack Elias. What's up, buddy?
Hell yeah. That's a puddle jumper. Bang, bang.
Who here see a leprechaun say, yeah?
Yeah.
Zack, you are obnoxious. You are
Oh,
a pill, to
just
borrow
open
your
with that.
words. I have never heard you say something so stupid in all 200 some episodes I've done with you of, well, if we buy it, then it'll be easier to go there. Dude, it's the easiest trip ever.
Why? You have to fly to Iceland and then go to Greenland. You have to. I've looked this up. There's no direct flights. But if we buy it, Spirit's going there.
Booze Your Daddy, the podcast. Tuesdays, we do it live. Saturdays, we post it later. We got a whole gaggle of episodes. If this is your first time, make sure you give us a good rating. Share the episode. Tell a friend. And remember, the next time you see a bus driver on the road, first give him one of these because we want him to toot that horn. But then tell him you got a great podcast because we like when people love us.
Talk to a bus driver. This isn't Speed. Bomb on Bus podcast. Listen.
55 miles an hour. We love when people hate us.
BYD. Just hold it up. And by the way, can I do a quirky now? I can do anything I want.
It's your show, dude.
If you want to go to Greenland on the cheap, JetBlue will go. Just go in the landing gear.
Oh
Did you hear about those two guys who got caught in the landing gear? Who the hell wants to go to Fort Lauderdale that badly?
The weird part was they were trying to figure out what happened. It's like, they got caught in the landing gear?
You know the success rate of getting caught, of trying to stow away in the landing gear?
0.0?
80% death. I heard it from an expert.
4 out of 5?
Yeah.
For a free trip to somewhere?
To Fort Lauderdale? You willing to die?
Was that the plane?
Yeah. He's not even going so good. He's on a Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, that's
80% really... death rate.
Got a great episode.
Squid Game
planned for tonight. But before we get into it, we now return to possibly the last episode of...
We're doing more. I've got...
Watch, Zack, drink.
We're going to do a lot more because... Shockingly, I thought I owed you 2. I owe you 1 because the Jets somehow won.
I had to go through the thing.
So they won. So it's only 1. But because we were sure about that, Jenna loaded up at Gary's. I've got weird shots for days.
My proposal is I'll take the Ravens. You take the other team.
I get the field. Perfect. No, I was going to say the exact same thing. Our Menzies are syncing up. So I am shooting because she couldn't find the root beer.
Shooter.
A tickle my throat. Dr. McGillicuddy's butterscotch.
So good. I'm so fucking jealous.
Butterscotch. I mean, I've got some other really weird stuff in there, too. This was just the amuse-bouche. I've got appetizers, and I've got main courses in there that are nuts. This guy must think that she's a compulsive liar alcoholic. Oh, my husband's on a podcast that he's a Jet fan and he loses. Okay, lady, go drink in the alley. Like, they must think she's out of her mind. They know her at this point. Then she comes to us, what do you want?
Right. Why have they not tried to sell her on a bigger bottle and save her some money?
No, this is the whole shtick. They know the shtick. So they give her the fun ones.
Our bottoms up. Zack.
Oh, my God. It's incredible.
Yeah, I had butterscotch also. I take a swig from every now and then in my cabinet right before bed.
What are these?
No, it's just the schnapps. Just regular butterscotch schnapps. Same shit.
No, this is better.
Zack, I got to bring up the Jets because this might be our last time talking about them. Were you at this season? Were you at the game on?
No, I sold my tickets mercifully. $50 a ticket. Who the hell wants? I mean, what an investment! It cost me $2 something. I got 186 with the VIG.
I see people selling the Ravens playoff tickets this weekend for $250. It's like, I think you can get more, or you're not really making a lot of money on playoff tickets,
or they don't think they're gonna win.
8-point spread. Anyway,
are you nervous?
I'm always nervous, but that's just me, and especially against the Steelers. Like, I would be less nervous if it was anybody else. I do not want to lose to the Steelers. Zachy, this past weekend, it takes a lot for me to like cackle out loud. Certainly, I see something. I tell Julia, pause the Jets play of Rodgers to Adams to Rodgers to Adams to annihilated was highlight of the
killed. I was thinking alone. I go, I think he's dead. Those are the words that came out of my mouth. Alone. I think he's dead.
I couldn't breathe. I was like, oh my God. You guys, I didn't watch it live.
That hit looked like it was 1977. Just killed him.
Why don't you tell everybody what you are drinking?
These stink, these Brunonias. I'm going through them. I'm trying to get some good. Check Gary's to see if it had any fun. He didn't have fun beer, just fun shots. So, Vernonia. Yeah, you too?
As I teased before, I went down to Hotlanta. I have a million of these that I'm going to get through. But
Go
for
Dogs.
the better part of this year, I got Georgia on my mind. It is Sweetwater Brewing Company. I'm trying to win back our number one fan who has been absent a bunch of episodes.
Yeah, is he okay? We have proof of life?
Hammer, Red, Amber, L, and they even put on the Georgia Aquarium at the bottom, which I don't know if you've seen my profile picture, maybe the last one.
Pretty good.
Atlanta Aquarium is amazing if you're ever down there.
I heard it's great. Jenna went. Hold on a second. Winning back? You fucked this up? You pissed him off?
Huh?
You screwed with Ron Katz?
I don't know. I just feel like maybe I didn't do something right. Who knows? You know how I am. I'm one of those. It's always my fault.
Yeah, it's always your fault. You mean to get involved to fix this?
But before I also drink my beer, you like props. I'm going to use this for the time being, but I am a groomsman for my brother-in-law. He got me a custom initialed Coos by Yeti. It says ASM. So are you ready for me to drink it?
That's excellent.
Yeah, but it kind of is weird because it's AMS, but the way it looks is ASM. I don't really love it. No, I don't love I love the Coos. I don't love the way my monogram.
That's how a monogram looks.
All right. Well, fire in the hole.
Wait, it's a Coos? It's not a cup?
It's a Coos. You put it in there. It keeps it cold during this. I'm going to drink out of it, at least for this first episode.
I thought it was a cup.
No, it's a Coos, dude. It's a Yeti.
I get it. I didn't. Who needs a Yeti Coos? Why not get a Fool? Like, what are we doing here?
I can't get the thing on. Oh, this isn't good. All right, we're going Raw Dog. Release the Kraken.
Piece of crap. Go Dogs. Speaking of go Dogs and thing, Zoe's in a college bracket thing pool where like the top 4 seeds all lost. She got all 4 of them. She has the final 4. She should go to Vegas. She's got Penn State winning it all. She picked out of the 12 teams. This is her final 4.
Point differential.
She hasn't missed. What?
Does she have the right point differential?
She doesn't have points. It's a school pool. I think the winner gets a hat.
Call back, Zach. We'll go listen to last episode.
Oh, that differential. Yeah, I think she's good. I think she knows how to bet.
I know you got a lot to get through. We need a good name of this episode, and I have one quick topic for you. Episode 262. Calling this one
Good to the Last Bite,
which is something I think.
You see Nosferatu? Is that what we're talking here?
I wish. I'm going to start with a question. When you get your food, what's the best, the first bite or the last bite?
Ooh, never the last bite. I'm done by then. I think all the bites equitably, maybe first bite or maybe prime bite. Because if it's like a steak, I'm not going right to the middle. I'm going concentrically. So the prime bite. No, I start at an edge and I go north to south, east to west.
Like a normal person. But
I don't go right for the middle first.
You're making a really good case for we should all be eating our steak circular.
Like corn. Like Caleb Williams corn. Exactly. Maybe we should so we can savor the interior for the last. Although while it cooks, it may overcook. So maybe we should fold it. Eat that middle first.
Speaking of eating, this might be a good time to roast Dallas Josh from when we used to go out and play dodgeball. He would order a burger and fries. He would eat every single fry on his plate before he touched his burger because he would say, and I quote, "People are likely to come over and steal a fry. Nobody's going to grab my burger and take a bite."
Maybe you should have. Admit there's a higher power.
I thought about it. I definitely did think.
What have you done? Nothing.
At one point, you're like
so blown away, but you gotta do it and leave.
Yeah, you're buying me a new burger.
No, I'm taking a big bite and then I'm out. My Uber pulls right up. That's his fucking problem.
I asked you about the bite thing because I am a last bite.
You know the worst burger I've ever had? That Mike Simon best burger in the city that like we all bought for Georgia's thing. Were you there for that?
No.
No. Oh, Mike Simon, best burger in the city, Juicy Lucy at some shitty bar. It was like a hockey puck. Meanwhile, 30 feet away, there was free food. We didn't even know. Kill this guy.
Speaking of hockey pucks, I saw a great celly, as they call them. Guy scores a goal, takes the stick, puts it between his legs, lets the hands go, and just wiggles back and forth as the stick is doing it.
That's pretty good.
All-timer. Anyway, I asked you about the last bite because I am one of those, I will eat and eat and eat, and that last bite is oh so good, and you cherish it. My son, no matter what he's eating, if you give him 20 pieces of something or 5, he will not touch the last one. He always leaves one.
I've never seen him eat.
He leaves one for Eliyahu every time.
I've never seen him eat. We discussed that. You need to feed him more.
No, I'm like, it's the same thing when you finish a McDonald's fries and there's another fry in the bottom. You're like, oh, I get a second last
Well,
bite.
bonus fry is excellent. It's always super crunchy too. Is that like mini fry that's like hidden under the flap?
So shout out my buddy in Long Island, Jones. I remember eating with him one
like
time.
Like the beach?
He does live very close to it. But we were sitting one time and he was eating so methodically at his breakfast table one time I went to go visit him. And finally I look at him, I'm like, are you not having that last piece of bacon? He goes, I'm saving it from the end because it's the best bite. And I want that to be the last flavor I have in my mouth.
Oh, the syrup-soaked bacon is tremendous.
But when you have a bunch of things, he wants to taste the bacon at the end to be
the last. I do too, actually. I keep the last piece of bacon to the last bite.
So getting back to my question, first bite or last bite?
Well, I assumed that it was a homogenized meal. Bacon, eggs, and something is a 3-part meal. And I will usually eat them all together, but leave a little piece of bacon for the end. But maybe it is last bite, but that's not always. That's a specific meal where bacon on anything, it's the best. Bacon cheeseburger, take a bite, a little crunchy thing of bacon falls onto the side. You don't touch it. You leave it there. It's just a bacon thing.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Zach, last week I shut you down because we were trying to get through that episode.
Oh, he's alive!
Oh,
I made it better. You missed the beginning where Alan fucked up with you, but happy you're back.
Could be Rita Reggiano, though, who sent me a lovely email recapping her year, and I thought it was delightful. I am
far from delighted. Where's my recap email?
Well,
I'll send you one.
It was addressed to me, and she also had ice on it, which has me a little worried because I do have foreigners in my family.
Ice?
Yeah, not that, Barney.
Iced tea?
I have no idea. It was ice. It was ice and me on the email.
Ice cube? Isis?
Zach, I feel bad because
ice?
You have so many things you wanted to bring up, and I also, a lot of my topics at the end are from weeks ago. Sir, the floor is yours. Do what you want.
Yeah, those were the topicals. There's also some cop who foiled a crime dressed like the Grinch, but now at this point, it's just so far gone. I mean, I guess this is your account, but like Asian women are doing photo shoots with fake baby bumps. And the reason as well. Now, I met an Asian who did a photo shoot with a real baby bump once. But you're Asian.
When did she do a photo? Oh, pregnant at the wedding.
We were all there. There's a million pictures. She's got Milo kicking up in there. Nevertheless, they think that when they're pregnant, it means that they're beautiful in their youngest peak. So they take it while they're still in peak beauty, and then they age and eventually.
But if it's a fake bump, they're not getting the hormone bump that they are claiming.
So they don't get the chi-chis from it or the attitude. But I don't know. They're doing it. It's a big thing in China. Busted thieves baffled by new laws in California that make shoplifting a felony. They thought you could just steal anything. Idiots.
Well, they'd cap it at like $900 some bucks or something.
Yeah, they stole more than that, and they were stunned that it's a felony when they got arrested. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Idiots. Death by chocolate. This is how much chocolate you need to kill yourself, essentially, and get type 2 diabetes. It's... How much did it say? We're at dead air here. 1,000 milligrams. 1,000 milligrams of chocolate. I have no idea what that looks like. Will kill you.
No.
That's what this thing says. Popular Science reports that 1,000 milligrams
will kill you?
Per kilogram of body weight is considered toxic. So you need a shit ton of it.
That's literally Willy Wonka falling in the vat of chocolate and trying to drink your way out.
Augustus Gloop. Beware. Anxiety face. How watching football can give you wrinkles, according to a doctor.
Oh, look at us. We look horrible.
We look great. And Ron Katz looks great as well. In case of emergency, forward it to me. Great, yeah. No, don't forward it to me. I want it to be addressed to me. I want a little personalization. I don't want just me and ice.
Oh, you are endless, dude. I told you.
Rooting for your favorite team through the thrills and highs of heartbreaking lows could be wreaking havoc on your skin, leaving you with wrinkles long after the Super Bowl because of the stress of watching this shit. I'm a Jet fan. I got wrinkles all over. It's a nightmare. My team doesn't win. I got a saggy ass because of, Freeman McNeil. I got agita because Dave Neggett muffed 2 punts. I got a bad heart because of, Rich Kotite. It's a nightmare.
Sean Green.
All of it. Turkish Airlines, of Eric Adams fame, Flights are riddled with bed bugs, according to passengers.
I heard about this. I was thinking after I read that article, how the hell do you prevent that from happening? Because you get off, somebody else gets on.
How do you know it's from the flight? You can't see them.
No, yes, you can.
Can you?
I've had bed bugs more than once. You lift up. You can find them. Not to mention how many people on a flight would have to say, I have bed bugs if it's row 7 through 12?
The whole place had it at that point. It's wildfire.
Exactly. You burn the plane.
Cocaine for moody rats and climate-focused drag show on top of Rand Paul's annual Festivus outrage list. Kentucky Republicans anti-waste probe named in honor of Seinfeld. He's got all these bizarre things. It's $1 trillion price tag, Paul's annual tally since Biden took office. One of the most mind-boggling spends of the administration. The Health Department of Human Services spent $419,000 at New York University study to determine if lonely rats seek cocaine more than happy rats do. How the fuck do you know if a rat is happy to begin with? And of course he's going to be happy if he's all hopped up on cocaine.
I do enjoy seeing those.
What is going on here?
I love those studies where they show the rats and it's like, well, the rat had a choice at food or cocaine, and they will literally overdose on cocaine if it's an option over food. Every time.
Well, everybody would. Economic optimism after the Trump election sparks a wave of plastic surgery in NYC. I guess people think they're going to have money just to burn, so they're burning it on that. Someone's going to look all sexy. There's a Dr. Mark Epstein with 2 huge fake boobs.
Mark Epstein.
He's no relation. Or maybe relation. I don't know. He's doing pretty well. No relation to Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah. My pal let her kids scream and cry during a movie. Is that enough to end our friendship? No. Because I wanted to watch myself do a thing, and your kid wouldn't stop yammering, and we're all still friends. Fucking kill him. Didn't say a word for 2 days, and that was his moment.
Zach, I had the video of Zach officiating my wedding, and I finally put it on for him, and my son just didn't stop laughing on it. He's like, go back. Did I ever send you the? I'll send you the link for it.
Send me the link. During Moana 2, for 20 minutes, halfway through the film, this kid cried the entire time. I'm surprised the theater didn't turn on him.
Yeah,
there is a theater where you're allowed to do that. Every other theater, you got to turn on the kid. You got to throw them out there, villager style, pitchforks and torches.
Disagree.
It's a pariah.
I disagree hard. If the movie is rated G, you know what you're getting when you walk in there. But PG and higher, this is why you don't go to the movies anymore.
No, a G movie means the mother knows what they're getting too. Take the kid outside and you smack him around a little.
No,
well, everyone else enjoys.
The same thing with Wicked. If you buy a ticket and want to go sing during it, that's what you get for going to the movies. Watch it at home.
You want to sing during Wicked, you take your life in your hands. They give a disclaimer ahead of time. You can rough that person up if you want.
I get it, but it's really bullshit. I think you should be able to sing or do, unless you're disturbing them with, maybe I'm contradicting myself. I'm saying that it's a cell phone out and things are buzzing and buzzing. I'm not for that, but I really don't mind people are singing. Julia wants to go see Wicked. I'm not going.
She gonna sing? Can she sing? She looks like she's a bad singer.
No, she's decent.
She's good?
Yeah, she's better than I let her give her credit for, but she's okay.
We talked about the 2 guys on the JetBlue flight to Fort Lauderdale. Intruder films himself breaking into Gracie Mansion and steals a Christmas ornament in a bizarre stunt, only to be arrested minutes later.
Which Gracie? Hoist Gracie?
No, Gracie Mansion,
Yeah, the jiu-jitsu people. I get it.
I got it. It took me a second. Who the hell breaks into Gracie anywhere? Let's start there.
Everybody's breaking into everything now.
And you're going to steal a Christmas ornament? That's it?
Everybody's talking about the football players. More and more of them are getting their stuff broken into. Covered on this fine program months ago.
But Gracie Mansion, that's a big swing from Travis Kelce's house. That's the mayor's house.
Have you had anybody tell you stuff in the last, I don't know, couple of weeks, couple of months, and then you turn and go, yeah, we talked about this on our podcast 3 months
all the time. The single line I use most in my life now, we're in reruns. I use it all. I work at Regina. I use it. My mom
we're in reruns is not the same thing as when somebody wants to tell you about something, and I just go dude, this was covered on my podcast 2 months ago. You were you're super late. 2, listen to the goddamn show.
I say that too sometimes, but yeah, we're in reruns. If someone's told me something twice, it makes me happy every time.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying somebody tries to tell you news, and you're Weeks ago,
months
man.
ago. We talked about it. Bold thieves are targeting tiny homes by stealing the entire house. Oh yeah, they just get it up on the car and go.
Have I ever told you my plan on breaking into a Brinks truck? You get a much larger truck, scoop the truck up, lock it, drive away, wait a couple of weeks. The people inside die, all your money. You can have it.
Don't they have like weapons to get out of the truck?
And into my more locked truck.
Right. They got to be able to get out of that. They can't cut through metal. They don't have the.
I'm standing there with a bullet. I bring them. Dude, you can take them
weeks. You got the gun up.
Yeah, but who cares?
It's essentially a house being stolen. It's on wheels. Just pick it up and go.
See, I see more houses being transported here in Jersey than I care to admit. And there are many times I go, I could live it. No, I couldn't. I can't do it.
That's not a bad movie idea, by the way, the Brinks thing.
Oh, I have something really good I meant to bring up before. You know how I always say, like, we like when people love us, but I do love when people hate us? So as I've been posting more videos and trying to share, if anybody listens to this podcast, any videos we put online is just this cut up. We're not making any additional material. Zach, there is a new insult that I get all the time, which I can only assume is like the way to put people down.
Walt Essel?
Let me give you, I get that. It's whatever. It does nothing for me. So in UFC terms, this is the big insult. It's kind of like, tell me you're a without telling me. Anytime anybody says anything UFC related, the comment section is, you're a casual. Oh, casual. You're such a casual fan. Like, you're not a real fan. You're just, anyway. If you knew the number one insult that you and I get for this podcast is they should make podcast equipment more expensive.
Not bad.
Do you think that's not bad? At which point, like, I'm never going to argue with people. Half the time I'll respond like, I really wish they would. And then if they come back with, yeah, so then you couldn't afford it, that's when I drop the like, actually, we both do pretty well. We could probably afford whatever.
Yeah,
and
we could.
I already bought it. But
there's
people who say like they should make it more effective, I'm like, I can afford stuff. But you think that's a good insult?
It's not terrible.
Make podcast equipment more expensive?
I mean, there's a number that makes us both uncomfortable.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a number that Rogan has that we don't.
But make the number. Well, at this point, but if you make I can just use a regular microphone. You can make this with a cell phone. Whatever.
I suppose.
All right, doesn't do it for you.
Inside the world's coolest Airbnb. Okay. A private jet previously owned by Pablo Escobar. That's it. You can what the hell? You can stay in that thing. Oh my God. It must be incredible. It's a 727 owned by Pablo Escobar.
Does that also have those cocaine rats on it?
I would assume.
The lonely ones or the happy ones?
Oh, it's got cocaine bed bugs. They're all messed up. And I assume you know about Skip Bayless and Jason Taylor's sister and the whole bit. You'll probably get to it because you're rock solid.
What?
Stephen A. Smith says there's no way Skip Bayless would pay $1.5 million for sex. He's one of the cheapest people I know.
They like really did like each other.
Yeah, no, I know, but that's a great line. He's one of the cheapest people I know. No.
So Joy Taylor, she was originally on FS1 as a co-host for some sportscaster. Do you know who that was?
The sportscaster?
The sports guy. She was like the news person.
Coward?
It was. Yeah, that's how I've known her for many, many years.
I just know her as Jason Taylor says. I know she is, but cool.
She did coin one phrase that I love and I use all the time. I want to get it right. It's nothing is everything. Everything is something.
She coined that?
I thought she did.
Maybe.
First time I ever heard it was from her, and I just thought that when it comes to sports things, because it's when a guy has a bad game, you're like, well, it's not everything. The way every time a player has a bad game, it's the end of the world for the team. But like, it is something. I thought that was pretty genius, but I don't know. It's kind of too serious to get into. But did you read the whole story? You know,
it's a lot going on.
Like her plan of if she got caught cheating on an executive, she was just going to call him out for sexual assault.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty.
It's pretty terrible.
But Stephen A. Smith thinks the cheapest guy he knows is great. That's what I got.
Hey, Zach, what you watching?
So, we have started Squid Game. We're 2 episodes in. Can I reveal things, or what are we allowed to do here? I only 2 in out of 7, but it's insane. Like, who goes back into the game? Honestly, you know what it is? It's the Running Man. It's with the Running Man. He's Arnold. He's going back into the game to get the... Come on, man. Like... And the guy who has one bullet left and takes the thing, like, the honor. Oh, I love this guy. What a commitment to the game.
I did think that their insults back and forth, where he calls him a degenerate and all these things, and he goes, "You're a lapdog." Lapdog was the term that was like through the head.
Yeah, that's chicken in Back to the Future.
But
you just can't take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait you till you finish. We binged the whole thing. I'm not spoiling anything. You know that there's another season coming out in like 5 months, right?
Insane. Yeah, I saw that there was another one coming.
Okay, and I hope I'm not ruining this for you. As Julie and I say, it should have been season 2, part 1, season 2, part 2, because it's basically it's not a whole season. You're gonna get no cliffhanger, but it's like at the end of it, you're like, okay, now what?
It's The Running Man. That's what we're doing here. It is a game show where you might die. It just doesn't have meatloaf in it. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
My best fun fact for you, without ruining any story, the guy with the purple hair, Thanos, which is an incredible character on the show. He is an actual real-life K-pop rap star or something who got in a lot of trouble in his little K-pop group. I think he might have been kicked out. He was kicked out for drug use. And we're like, okay. Like,
that's it?
I know.
So every star does.
I don't even think it was a bad drug. It was like, that's what they're kicking this guy out of for.
Oh, was he doing the marijuana? Was he smoking marijuana cigarettes? Oh, no. I'm not a chicken. You're a turkey. Come on, man. Fuck him. Like, what was he doing?
I honestly, does it matter? Is there any drug that if Bon Jovi did whatever drug it was, does it matter?
Fine. No, I mean, like, yeah. I mean, the drummer from Smashing Pumpkins got kicked out eventually for excessive drug use. It got real bad. Well, 1 time, 10 times, okay. You're a rock star. Be a rock star.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm watching. Not a ton else going on in my life. E2, what should I be watching? What's good?
You shouldn't. Julia made me watch that new movie on Netflix, Carry On, I think it's what it's called. 5 minutes in, I stopped at the movie and I said, "Do you want me to write the rest of this? Because I can tell you every plot, everything." And she's like, "Let's just watch it." The only interesting part is Jason Bateman plays a villain, which is kind of cool to see because he's usually the good guy. Zach, every single second of that movie you could predict after 5 minutes in.
Should I watch Party Down?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay. Then it'll be discussed. It's the state, guys. I'm gonna like it. All right. So my sister told me to like it. Rachel said, and she usually has terrible taste.
Pishadoo of the week. I got 12 candidates. Let's get through them. First one happened, I think, right around Christmas time. There was a Florida woman, pizza delivery driver, who went delivered a pizza, got a $2 tip, leaves, comes back, stabs the person.
What? Dead?
She's in
just
jail.
Like in the leg.
I don't know where the stabbing was, but this person's in all the jail for this, and
that's amazing.
They got a $2 tip, and I'm misremembering. I think the delivery driver was pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody put Zoe in that shower already.
But Jenna, I don't fucking know what she's doing. She's about to get yelled at.
I feel like I'm in reruns. Either I mentioned this to everybody I know or I brought this up on the program, but they are now bringing mouse sperm into space so they can study the effects of virility in mice to eventually hope for helping out humans bringing sperm to space. I assume this is one big...
They might as well just give them cocaine.
I think they are. Point. No, I think what they're doing is they want to test and see if the planet blows up and there's enough sperm in space that they can bring it back down and repopulate. I don't know.
There's sperm in every hotel room. Just scoop it up.
No, but the planet explodes. There's no more sperm there.
Super 8 will still be there. Trust me. Motel 6 will still be there.
This is also from a week ago. Poland has been stockpiling 1,000 tons of butter, which apparently they do have issues with massive butter shortages. Maybe that's the currency in Poland. Maybe that's how you make pierogies. I remember thinking to myself, like, how about money? Why don't you just save money?
Why don't we just buy a shit ton of Kerry Gold and go to Poland and black market it?
As somebody who recently got into Kerry Gold, there's no better.
No, of course not.
It's the best.
I've been on it for years. I know a guy from Kerry.
Kerry's a place? I thought it was a guy.
Could be both. Okay. He's gold.
I just wanted to bring this up. I'm not sure if there's a Pishadoo, but now that Cody Bellinger is donning pinstripes, do you know about his wife?
No.
She used to date Giancarlo Stanton.
That's not good.
That's not good for business. Is Cody Bellinger the Pishadoo for agreeing to go there?
Yeah.
That's really weird.
You couldn't do it. You can't do it.
He's also Gonzalian.
What do you mean? Oh, huge. But, like, Stanton's not huge, too?
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm talking about
Cody
Stanton.
Bellinger's like 6'11". Dick for days. Well, it's a little stringy thing, but...
Vaselli.
Yeah, still.
All right. You probably have not finished the new season of Yellowstone. I am not ruining anything.
I haven't started it. I don't know how to find it.
There is a scene where Jamie Dutton is in his house. He goes into the fridge to grab milk. He had 2 things of milk in his fridge.
His wife looks like Aaron Judge. 2 things of what in the milk? Go on.
Jamie Dutton had 2 cartons of milk in his fridge. I thought that was psychotic. Who in their right mind ever buys 2 things of milk?
Well, wait, where's the second one?
They were next to each other.
I understand that was a juxtaposition, but where was the line on the second one? Because we'll sometimes back it up if we're on the bottom, like 10%.
You couldn't see it, and he has to use it for something. But
you don't know the weight of the milk.
I hate you, Zach. When you watch the thing, you're going to be like, why does he have so much milk? He also lived by himself.
That's true. But he was in Montana. They're like milk fed. That's why they're all like 8 feet tall. But no, Jenna will sometimes anticipate we need milk and back it up. Or I'll say, Jenna, we're dangerously low on milk. I'm going to the store.
I hate you.
I have a wife who goes shopping.
As somebody who plays...
That's why you hate me.
As somebody who plays a sport where there is a dress code, did you hear about the chess champion who was wearing blue jeans, sat down for a match? They give him a violation for not wearing the appropriate dress. He basically said, fuck everything, fuck you all. I'd rather take the forfeit.
So wait, a violation? Like they took away one of his bishops because he's wearing dungarees?
My God, my dad would love that. No, they literally said you can't play if you're not wearing dress pants for chess.
That's insane.
That's bad, right?
That's terrible.
Oh.
Speaking of, when Shelby's dad comes to town, they have to double up on milk? Story? Who the hell is this guy? Milk mustache?
Uncle Jeffrey loves milkshakes. That is his weakness.
Milkshakes? Just straight up milk. Like out of the garden.
No, when you're around him, he's going to have a milkshake at some point.
That's his galajut?
It is his galajut. He's not really a big drinker.
Is he alcoholic at milkshakes? Those are excellent.
No, we've heard. Except you got carded. You didn't have your thing.
No, that wasn't. Yeah.
All right. Next candidate. All right, I don't want to rain on her parade as she's leaving the office. Did you see Kamala butcher the Pledge of Allegiance the other day?
No, I saw her tell that Trump won. That's rough.
I saw that. That was like they're comparing that to like giving the eulogy at your own funeral, which was kind of weird.
It's pretty good.
I pretty sure I could do the Pledge of Allegiance backwards and forwards, no problem. I thought that was really bad.
It's not good.
It's a really bad look. That just
I saw someone doing the national anthem instead of or they said for the land of the free. Hate it.
Wait a minute. That at least makes sense. She just started the next line, and everybody else was like,
or over the land of the free. Even Zoe knew that.
Okay, but it still works in the sentence. Just getting the wrong line, whatever.
No, don't like it.
All right, this one's a personal story. I'm driving in Freehold, New Jersey the other day, and I'm
parked
at a red light. There is a Jeep in front of me. On the wheel, on the back of it, they have every single Toy Story character basically glued to their car, including at the very bottom, Buzz holding Woody, who is just dangling back and forth. Now, this is a general car crap statement. The reindeer ears, anything on a car, I wanted to get out of the car and rip it off. It bothered me so much.
Antlers on the car is awesome.
I hate you.
Texas with the giant antlers on the car is incredible.
No. Not on the front. I'm talking people that put like the little things in the windows at the holiday.
Yeah, I know. It's stupid. You said anything on a car is stupid, and I'm telling you that Dallas antlers is the way to go.
Okay. The other day was J.R.R. Tolkien's birthday. He's been dead for almost 100 years.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Nobody.
But it came across my timeline. I was like, wait, what?
That means your algorithm thinks you're a nerd.
Well, it's not that far off, but the fact that we're now, who cares? You know how I hate there's this day and that day. The other day was National Circling Back Day, which is when you first get back from work and everybody's like, we'll circle back to that next year.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Stay with me, Zach.
I have someone in my office who has a ton of that office jargon. Let's take 2 steps back for a second. Just sitting at a table.
All right, let's get to the minerals here. There was a big Amazon workplace lawsuit a couple weeks ago. They were less hours, better pay, and one of their stipulations, they want people who are receiving the packages to start to learn their names. Shut up in Amazon. I'm not learning your name. I couldn't care less about you or anything.
What do they care about the recipient?
They want it to be more of an interaction of like hey, Frank, thanks for the package. Anytime.
Well, then the Amazon guy should learn my name. I don't need to learn his name. He's really? Because he puts it in a box and my super emails me. So you don't know shit.
If you had any idea.
I get an email every day. There's a package of my goddamn to what she's buying. God, who knows?
There's many days I'm working with patients, and I've done buddy, dude, darling sometimes. And then
darling? What does he say when you say darling?
They'll say like, oh, Alan. And I'm like,
oh, you.
I have to look. There's many times I'm just completely put down who I'm talking to.
Hey there, sport.
Next one. What's the North Korean? Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il, whoever it is. Do you know he's outlawing eating hot dogs?
Why?
I assume it's something phallic. And is there any way?
Well, maybe he's hoarding the hot dogs because hot dogs are delicious.
Is there any other way of telling people like you have a tiny schwanz than saying no more eating hot dogs?
No, pretty tiny of a schwanz.
Isn't that weird?
He's got to have the smallest. Just nothing.
Yeah.
With all his missiles being fired, it's all one big dick joke. The whole country.
This last one, I'm gonna have to send you the clip. I'm gonna have to find it. You know, Jersey Boys based on Frankie Valli, the Four Seasons, all that. Well, Frankie Valli, who I guess he doesn't have enough money, they bring him up on stage for different performances. It couldn't be any worse if he was being held up by a marionette. This guy,
speaking at Bernie's,
dude, he has the microphone at his hip, and they're all doing the the hip, and he is just staring into abyss. The Pishadoo in this situation is
how
anybody.
old is he?
Oh, he's got to be in his 80s, dude. Maybe worse. He looks like he's 175. Who cares if he's broke? Who cares if he gets any satisfaction? If you love him, you don't let him go on stage. It is really bad because he can't sing. He's barely paying attention. He's just wandering around the stage. It's really funny and kind of sad at the same time.
I'd see it for free.
Okay. All right. This is going to be our first candidate for next year's Pishadoo of the year. Zack. Pizza delivery driver.
Whoa.
Pizza delivery driver stabs a pregnant woman over $2. Mouse sperm being studied in space. Poland hoarding 1,000 tons of butter. Cody Bellinger's wife used to be John Culver Stanton's ex-girlfriend. Jamie Dutton having 2 cartons of milk. Chess champion quits because he's not taking off his blue jeans. Kamala forgetting the Pledge of Allegiance. Toy Story on all the cars. J.R.R. Tolkien's birthday we're celebrating. Amazon workers want you to learn their names. Kim Jong-un outlawing hot dogs, and Frankie Valli is on stage performing.
He's not allowed to wear jeans. What if he just took his pants off? Could he do that?
I assume he had to be in the proper attire.
Okay, so not a birthday suit. So for me, it's very much either the stabbing or the Amazon. You know what? The stabbing is a felony, and that's insane. I really don't want to have to learn another person's name. and especially someone at the point of service. Am I going to go to Starbucks like, hey, Stu, what's going on? Give me my coffee. That's awful. I really bothers me. I'm not learning their fucking name. That's the piece of it. Amazon, Bezos, or like Juanita, who's bringing me my thing.
Boozer Daddy, the podcast. Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. We had fun.
Yeah, Samantha thinks Amazon too. I agree with her.
We had fun. We're going to keep doing this. Zach, by the time next episode, the U.S. may have a 51 state as Justin Trudeau has resigned. Name any single other Canadian prime minister in the history ever.
No. I got nothing.
No idea. Zero. I didn't even look.
Steve Smith.
Steve Harvey. Yeah.
Steve Harvey. Yeah, exactly.
We out.